Hello, it's me, Daryl, Florida Catholic guy. I'm just sitting out in my backyard. This stupid dog is banging on the door, wanting to come out, and when I open it, he doesn't come out. So now he's not going to come out no matter how much he bangs. So anyway, I got a lot of news actually today. Not me in particular, but political news. Uh, If you're gonna come out, come out. If not, stop banging on the door. That's it. He had his last chance. So I guess the biggest one is State of New York District Attorney is suing to dissolve the NRA. Why would I be happy about this? Well, because myself, and I'm willing to get back probably tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, have just now, today, joined the NRA. I used to be a member for a few years. My membership lapsed. But this is a good time to renew, I say. And if you haven't been following the news, a lot of people are buying guns. Gun sales are at a record high. And you may have heard of an ammo shortage. People are buying ammo. I've mentioned it before, but the ranges down here are as well as I imagine the rest of the country are crowded, very crowded, hard to get range time, and even liberals are buying guns, and well, I'm not sure if liberals will join the NRA, probably won't, but the fact that they're becoming gun owners, maybe some of them will wake up and see what their Democrats are trying to do to the Second Amendment. And this group of kids from the March for Our Lives organization that started down here after what's the town? The Stoneman Douglas shooting down here near Miami. I can't think of the name of the town offhand. But they started this March for Our Lives group to ban guns. And they're always saying, oh no, we're not trying to ban guns. We just want sensible gun control laws. But one of their sensible gun control laws is they want to ban, quote unquote, oh yeah, now I'm having a big brain fart. Assault weapons. That's what I was trying to think of. Of course, they don't mention what assault weapons are because they don't even know what assault weapons are. I'll tell you what an assault weapon is. It's a rifle that's selective fire that you can either have on semi-automatic, which means bang, bang, one trigger pull, one bullet comes out, or automatic, which means rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. A bunch of bullets come out with one trigger pull. Now those, I can't say they're illegal, but you have to have a special federal permit to get them, and it's very difficult to get that permit. There's a big tax stamp you got to get, and then you got to get not just a regular FBI background check. You got to get the full FBI background check where they come and interview your neighbors and probe deeply into everything in your life. So it's very difficult to get weapons of war, as they like to call them. What they want to ban are semi-automatic rifles. And there's no difference other than range and the size of the bullet between a rifle such as an AR-14. And by the way, I'm sure all of my people know that AR-14, yeah, 14. Oh boy, I'm doing good today. AR-15. Well, if I had a computer, I would edit this, but yeah. Of course, this thing over here banging on the window doesn't help either, but anyway, I meant to say AR-15s. And don't know where I got AR-14s from. Maybe I've been listening to Vice President Biden. But anyway, all an AR-15 is a semi-automatic rifle. One trigger pull, one bullet. One trigger pull, one bullet. And it's no different than any other hunting rifle, except the size of the rounds that it takes. And actually, it's a good home defense weapon. It's a good rifle for women to shoot because there's very little recoil, very easy to use, very accurate. But as far as hunting, the only thing it's good for is small game like rabbits and squirrels or stuff like that, because you can't kill a deer with one of them because the rounds are too small. You need more something like a 12 gauge or something like that for deer hunting. So they're not weapons of war, they're not assault rifles, but the media has got everybody believing that they are. And that's what happens when you listen to a bunch of high school kids about gun control. They know as much about gun control as a 15-year-old knows about global warming, which is nothing. And oh yeah, how beautiful is that? So beautiful. But this prosecutor, district attorney in New York, this clown has all these murders happening in New York City and places like Rochester and all over the state, especially New York City. That's the worst of the worst, where crime has increased exponentially. That's my favorite word of the day today, I guess. I've been using that word a lot. And she's worried about the NRA. Now, the March for Our Lives kids and their allies like to go on and say, well, the NRA is killing everybody. You know how many people NRA members have killed in shootings, in mass shootings or whatever? Zilch. Zero. But there was an NRA member in Texas that stopped a church shooting when he grabbed his gun and shot the bad guy. But they don't like to talk about that. Of course, this is the same group that wants to ban police officers and defund all the cops and, take away our guns and let all the criminals out of jail. And, that's what they believe. And Oh yeah, don't forget giving felons the right to vote, which idiots here in Florida did. And I'm just looking because I see this thing spinning around by my weather station uh, reflection, and figured out it's from inside. It's the ceiling fan. But anyway, uh, this lawsuit is going to be very good for the NRA because, as I said, at least thousands of people are going to join, such as me, which I did today. And not only that, but it's going to increase President Trump's landslide victory in November. And I just heard today that the Democrats have pulled out of Ohio because they now know that Trump is 100% going to win Ohio. And that's just a beginning. I mean, you got this year, you got Minnesota in play, and I don't think you'll see California going red, but I think you'll see more House districts in California going red, like they already have in special elections. And, you'll hear the media, and I'm even including Fox News in that because they're just as bad as anybody else. And they're going to talk about how far down Trump is in the polls. All I got to say is, don't you believe it, because it's not true. And well, I don't want to sound overconfident, because we all have to work hard. We all have to get out to vote. We all have to get our friends and family to get out to vote. We have to push real hard for our president and support him 100%. And but I'm more confident than ever that this is going to be a major landslide victory for the president. And I just can't wait because I want to see the liberals' head explode. I want to see the liberals cry even worse than they did in 2016. And even then, even if we get this landslide, we're going to have to fight, because we got to fight to either keep or increase our Senate majority and to take back the House. Because if Democrats, if they keep the House and if they take back the Senate, it's going to be a disaster, even if Trump is reelected. And because nothing will get done, they'll try to impeach him for all 4 years of his administration. And it's going to be a disaster if we don't not only take the presidency but also take Congress back too. And I don't know, but as far as Trump's concerned, I got a good feeling about him. And this today, with trying to take down the NRA yet again, it's not going to go good for the Democrats. I see all these liberals, they're all, oh, we're going to have an NRA is over party and we're going to celebrate and ha ha ha, thoughts and prayers to the NRA. Well, you know what? We know who the liberals pray to. It ain't to God above, it's to Satan down below. So we don't need your thoughts or prayers, because we got the guy upstairs on our side. And this ain't going to be the victory they think it is. And like they say, whoever laughs last laughs best. And so anyway, that's the political news I got. And I'm just out back relaxing as the sun sets. Kind of sweaty because I did some work in the garage that I've been meaning to do for months now. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did. I think I showed you all that I got the cellar hole. Not the cellar hole. We don't have cellars down here. The attic hole that they had. I had trouble with it where the piece of tiling thing that they had on it keeps falling to the ground. And I've contacted the builders a few times, and they're trying to work out something, get a new thing, but the problem is those are custom cut, so they're not sure if they could even get it to the exact measurement that I would need and where they would get the materials. So what I did is I have a not really a 2x4, it's just a slim piece of board that I cut a couple of strips off, and I nailed it up to the to where the hole is there, so it'll prevent the piece from coming down to the ground. It doesn't look that great. Probably would look better if I painted it, but that's another day, another time. But I finally got it up there. I didn't like that just being exposed. We got some kind of, I guess it's either a plane or a helicopter. I've been watching it since it came from near my, below the horizon there. But anyway, maybe I'll see it better as it goes over me. Looks like a plane. Yep. Yep, definitely a plane. Don't know if you're able to see that, but that's what it is. So yeah, I'm glad that I finally got that done. Hold on, I'm going to put you all down here for a minute. Yeah, I wanted to sit up, or stand up, I should say. Oh yeah, there's lightning in those clouds. I thought I saw some lightning there. So we'll just keep it on there, yep. It's off in the distance, no thunder, so just a pretty sight. It's looking more to the north, maybe northeast. We had a big thunderstorm this earlier this afternoon. We're back in the west wind. That's if we get storms. It's all over there too. There was just a good flash. But if we get storms, we get them in the early afternoon, and usually this time of night they're out of here. But obviously there's one somewhere. So think I mentioned yesterday that we lost power for about a half an hour. The storm did something. Today was just a storm. We didn't lose power, which is good. And now that it's getting dark out, we can see the lightning for miles. You can see off to the west toward the water, it's pretty clear. Not bad to the north. And then you get somewhere around there. And there's some lightning around. So next couple of days we're still going to have a west wind that gives us our storms early. And next week I guess it's going to switch around to the south-southeast, which is our quote-unquote normal pattern, where we get our late afternoon showers and thunderstorms. And we've really had a deficit in rainfall this year. I don't know if I mentioned that. They mentioned it today on the news that I want to say it was something like 4 inches below normal, something like that. And that's really something, because, well, we usually never get deficits during the rainy season, which is now. We obviously this is when we usually run surplus, and right now it's nice. I like the thunderstorms, especially when they're in the distance like this, because I can sit out, stand out, whatever, and watch them. Especially, I mean, this is, as far as I'm concerned, this place is paradise. We'll see if I still think that when we get our next hurricane, which I hope doesn't happen, but being realistic down here, it's going to happen sometime. Unless we get the eye wall of a category 4 or 5 hurricane come right over us here, I'm not too worried about damage to the house. The only thing, and I mean it's a major thing, the only thing that I would be afraid of would be the roof. But roofs can be repaired. I would, if we were having a Cat 4 or 5 storm where we were supposed to get the eye wall, I would probably, especially with my mom here, I'd probably evacuate, if that's what the powers that be told us to do. but anything less than that, probably stay. I mean, we're far enough inland where we're not going to get the storm surge. So the only thing that we'd have to deal with would be the rain and wind. Obviously, tornadoes are always a concern, especially if the storm passes to the west of us and we get the eastern side of the storm. That's where most of the tornadoes are. It's what they call the dirty side of the storm. That's why Florida and pretty much of the East Coast, up until you get into New York area, were spared from this last storm, because most of the coast, all they got was the western part of the storm, which isn't too bad. But I know some friends in Massachusetts that got more damage than their houses than anybody here in Florida. And just goes to show you, if you live anywhere on the East Coast, from Florida to Maine, obviously the Gulf of Mexico too, you can get hurricanes. And yeah, most of the time they're weaker when they get up into New England, but still get some pretty good damage up there. Anyway, I think I'm going to let y'all go. Saw enough lightning for today. My dog is looking sadly at me like, "Daddy, why didn't you let me out?" Oh, another plane. Don't know if you can see it. I think it might be I think the brightness of the setting sun might prevent you from seeing it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to go now. And have a great night, great week, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.